What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sakina, and I'm back for another review. This is my review for Ready to Love. Is this season 5? I feel like this is season 5. I think it's season 5. This is episode 2. So let's hop right into it, y'all, because I did not give it to y'all on Friday night or Saturday morning as I typically would, because I was busy this weekend. I had something to do on Friday night, and then I also had a class reunion to prepare for on Saturday. So that took up a lot of my weekend time, and then I had to work yesterday. So baby, look, I was booked and busy this weekend. I had no time to film. So now at this point, I am 5 episodes behind on a lot of shows. I have to do Ready to Love, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Potomac, Salt Lake City, and then The Insecure premiered their series finale last night. So I will be reviewing that. Anybody that knows me knows that Insecure is one of my favorite shows of all time. So be on the lookout for a review. Don't know if I can make it happen today, but it will be happening between today or tomorrow because, like I said, I have 5 videos to do. So let's go ahead and get into this review, y'all. So we are in the mixer, mixing it up, okay? One thing I can say with this group of ladies, they are definitely bringing more fashionable looks. Not saying that they dress down to the nines, but they're giving more fashionable looks than last season, baby. When I tell you, the girls from last season was making Houston look terrible when it comes down to the clothing. The cloth was not there. But shout out to the girls in DC because they are a step up, a few steps up from those girls. One thing about it, I will say, some of those wigs, that hair, listen, get some braids or something, okay? If you can't rock the wig, rock the braids. Make something work. Anyway, Tasia walks up with her Fabo glasses. You know, she got her pink outfit on, and she's the first woman to arrive. So she confronts Corey, Phil, I think it was Carrington. No, it was Corey, Phil, Tyrone, and Dante about her being in the bottom. And I'm like, girl, just let it be. Like, you know, you got to take that L and move forward. But Phil said that they really didn't have too many interactions, but he did want to get to know her within that mixer. Corey was like, you know what happened when I approached you, child? I got jumped by the girls, and if you would have saved me, I would have asked you to marry me at that time. Because, yeah, we already know how Corey was doing, you know, trying to spit the same game to a lot of the girls, Mr. Copy and Paste. So Aisha walks in, and I noticed, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but Miss Ma'am Tasia gave her a salty look, like, you know, she was feeling some type of way. Now, we learned that, I don't know if we learned this beforehand, but Aisha is from BX. BX stands up, okay? So she from New York. I didn't catch that on episode 1 or the cast special, but yeah, sis is from New York. It's the women's week to send the men home, so the men have to bring their A game. Do y'all notice how Tommy always want his ego stroked when he steps into the room? Like, clap it up for me. He said, listen, when I walk out of here, I want y'all to act as if Obama just left the room. I said, Tommy, if you don't go sit down somewhere. Anyway, Tyrone is nervous, y'all. He is scared for his life. Eyes big, and he don't know what to do. So we see he's mingling with Vadia, and he's asking her, so would your mom like me? Sir, I don't know you. I do not know you to answer that question, okay? And then we see that he was with Aisha and somebody else, and I think it was Shiloh, or yeah, I think it was Shiloh. But they start asking him if oysters is an aphrodisiac, and he really didn't have a comeback to it. You know, he was just saying he don't know. We'll have to see. And then I remember Aisha said something about she likes slurping it down. I said, now hold on, wait, Aisha, because you are the same person who got offended by the penis poem that Lamont was reciting to you, and now you want to talk to Tyrone about slurping down your throat. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I said, anyway, we also see Carrington, right? He's talking to Carrie. I love Carrie's braids. Look, I be wondering if I could pull off that look. Anyway, I love her braids, and he's asking her rapid fire interview questions, and she said she had talked to him previously and it was like an interview and he's still doing the same thing. So that's a turn off for her. She is really not feeling the kid. And I'm like, you know, this mixer is not really looking too good for a lot of people, because we see Shiloh talking to Dante and she's telling him she knows how to twerk. And then we see Camille asking Walter for his credit score. Like, then you get Courtney and Cornelius. And, child, they sound like siblings, Courtney and Cornelius. Anyway, Courtney tells Cornelius that she doesn't like for men to touch her hair. You know, as black women, we don't like people do not touch our hair, the great words of Solange, okay? Back up. But she did say that she likes her hair grabs, okay? One thing we noticed about Miss Courtney, baby, she wants Cornelius. And then she said that her love language is physical touch. His is receiving gifts. I said, I've never heard a man say that his love language is receiving gifts. I said, it's giving sugar mama, okay? It's giving Courtney, he wants you to buy him a short set. Shout out to Beyonce. But yes, Courtney was like, look, I'm going to need you to change your love language because I'm trying to touch you. I'm trying to touch on a little something. I said, girl, look, the lioness Leo is in heat, baby. She is ready to snatch him up. I said, okay, girl. Listen, I mean, if the sexual chemistry is there that strong with Cornelius this early, have at it. But I just think that she just a little hot in the twat right now. Corey, he ain't got no game, okay? Period. He has no game. He tells Sabrina that he liked her dress and that he would enjoy himself, or, you know, I would enjoy that. Something real side-eye, like, what do you mean by that? You would enjoy that? What? Excuse me? Get away from me. You think that sounds good, and it really doesn't. And I like the fact that Sabrina was not taking his shit, because he was trying to ask her on a date, and she was like, hold on, wait. Pump your brakes, shorty. Let's get to know each other first before you start doing that. And he was like, well, you know, right now things just seem like a Q&A in this environment, and he wants to get her alone on this first date, you know, because that's the thing that he really loves to do, get the girls on the first date. And she was like, no, I need to get to know you first. And he was like, well, you know, I like to make you laugh. You know, I feel like I'm in there if I made you laugh. And she was like, well, you did not make me laugh. You made me feel some other type of way. Thank you for your bluntness, Sabrina, because he think that he got game. And I love the fact that y'all keep shutting him down. Every time the lady shut down this game of his, he want to go home and he feels discouraged and all of that. Yeah, somebody needs to bring you down a couple pegs, because you think you the shit, but in reality, you ain't hitting on nothing. So yeah, girl, put him out there. So she leaves, right? Or they're getting ready to leave, and he ends up seeing Moomin. I think her name is Moomin. She had a flat tire, so he helped her with the tire, and then that scored him a date. The thing with this whole date thing, and I was feeling Sabrina on this, I have to fill you out first. You keep trying to get my number, and that's not the way that it's supposed to go. I have to have a conversation with you well enough to figure out, is this date worthy? I can't waste my time on a date if I can't even see if our personalities mesh well. So, like, just first of all, you rub her wrong with the dress thing, and then you go and be like, so let's go on a date. Let's exchange numbers first. How about that? Let's exchange numbers first. Let's have conversations. Let's see how this thing goes. And then I can determine whether or not I want to go on a date with you. But whatever. He goes on a date with Moomin, right? It's an outdoor date. He's very excited because now he's in his element. You know, his element is the first date. Keep in mind, it's just the first date. And I'm like, okay. So they go to have a picnic, a sack lunch on a log. This is what you keep bigging up. Y'all know my heater is on. So if y'all hear that, it's cold, okay? It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I had to get up early so I can get some stuff done. But this is your idea of an amazing date. Now, listen, you do what you can. But the way that he hypes up these first dates and he's trying to rush these girls on first dates, you would think that he was coming a little harder than that. Now, Moomin is saying that this is not her type of guy. She really doesn't go for him. But, you know, he makes her laugh and she's trying to do something different. Okay, I was not feeling this date. They was having a conversation. Let me see what I wrote down. You know, she did say that she looked at him different because of the tire thing. Because he was like, you know, so has your perception of me changed? She's like, Like, why are you so eager? I mean, he changed your tire. That's definitely nice of him to do. Don't get me wrong. But I just felt like, girl, you smitten over him changing your tire. Okay, acts of service is her love language. He said, that's one of his great attributes, from 9 to 5. He's a great person that does acts of service, honey. That's called doing your job. At that point, we're all great at acts of service because a lot of us have to do customer service or things like that for a living. So, boy, boo. So he wants to hop her or get her down this log that they sitting on or they straddling. And instead of getting down to help in which he was supposed to do, he gets up on the log behind her. When I tell y'all, that shit pissed me off. What the fuck are you doing? It took her by surprise. You did not ask. You basically got your penis on her butt. And oh my gosh, y'all. It upset me a whole lot because you did not ask her to do that. Now, for you, she kind of, conformed to what was going on, because when he tried to get down, she was like, I thought we were going to reenact, a horse ride, and, he's doing all this bouncing behind her. Y'all, oh my gosh, it just really rubbed me the wrong way, and he would have been packing. He would have got sent home, because what the fuck is wrong with you? You didn't even ask her if that was okay for you to do. Anyway, let's move on to the next date. Camille, Walter, Cornelius, and Courtney, they go on a date. This was all orchestrated by Camille because she wanted to see what Cornelius would do in a room with somebody else. I said, girl, here you go. She is marking that territory, and at this point, you're giving crazy, Camille. Listen, I don't want to call you crazy, Camille, but that might go, and that was a by accident. Anyway, yes, she wants to talk about religion. Walter said he's a spiritual guy. The rest of them, Courtney, Cornelius, and Camille, they're very religious in the Christian faith. Courtney said that she wants to pray over her man. She said because living in America as a black man right now is very hard. I get that. And I'm not trying to compete for pain and all of that. But I just think in general, as it has been for a long time, being black in America is just something very difficult. Sis, have you peeped? A lot of black women have gone missing, trafficked, and things like that. Baby, it's just hard to be black right now in just in general in America, not even just at this particular time. Girl, I said, okay, girl, it's also women. We having this hard time right now. But this is a win for Cornelius. He loves to hear that. Somebody mentioned that he smiles with all of his teeth. I don't know if it was Color Me Pink or if it was Jasmine, but baby, he definitely does. He does. All of that is showing. I said, oh gosh. I just kept peeping that. But Courtney wants to ask how important sex is immediately. Walter was like, it's important. She could barely get the phrase out. I said, okay, we know he a little freak hoe, obviously, because he's got to have it, and I understand. Courtney is feeling the same way. Meanwhile, Camille and Cornelius is like, she's saving herself. Camille is saving herself. Cornelius is saving himself too. But I realize he's like, if it goes down, it could possibly go down with him. Just know that, okay? He wants to try to hold himself back, but anything can happen. All right, moving on to a very surprising date. Zadia and Tyrone. They go on a date. Now, we do see that they did have a conversation at the mixer. Zadia came through, okay? It was just a little coffee shop date. It wasn't anything that she had to get dressed up for. But that workout outfit, ma'am, serving body. Zadia is so pretty. I do want her to change her wig, but she is so pretty. Her and Tyrone had a good conversation. He said that he liked the fact that she likes to build things. And she said, yeah, I build people's bodies. Obviously, she's a trainer. And her workouts is working because her results are amazing on her body. But then he gets to talking about how he does runs in the mornings. It helps him with his anxiety. He has been diagnosed with PTSD. We know that he was in the military, so he's trying to sort those things out. He said that him being a businessman is actually helping him being an entrepreneur. But he said that he's been hospitalized twice. He thought that he was having a heart attack, but it was really just his anxiety, but it's something that he can handle. and he wanted to mention it early so people can have a better understanding of him. They bonded over breathing exercises, and Zadia really admired his vulnerable, him being vulnerable. I can't say it this morning, y'all. I'm struggling. So yeah, I really did like the date. I thought that Tyrone was going to be very awkward. You know, he is a tech guy, and he admitted that he's nerdy, he's awkward, but he was able to hold the conversation, and it wasn't something that was awkward. You know, he does have that nerdy side of him, but I do like that Zadia did want to get to know him more, so shout out to her for that. I like the date, like I said. Shout out to Tyrone and Zadia. Carrington and Aisha, they go on a date. You know, Carrington, he just does not do it for me. I told y'all I was not feeling him last episode. He said that he likes Aisha's blonde hair and polished look. I don't know why that stood out to me, but it was giving me I like white women teas. Like, I don't know why. Did y'all get that feel? Because I got that feel. Like, I don't know, Carrington. We're going to have to see. Now, he's 33. She's 38. She was asking, you know, can you handle that? She really don't know. But he said that he likes older women, and she might be a little too young for him. I said, whatever. So they get in a conversation. He was probably lying. They get into a conversation about relationships. And she was like, do you think that you're ready for this? And he said that he's never been in a relationship before. It's always been situationships because of him being a damn club promoter. And she was like, yeah, I don't really like to judge people off of their line of business, but him being in the nightlife, it's a lot of sexy flirtatiousness going on, temptation, and she ain't really here for all of that. That's understandable, because one thing I cannot stand is a club promoter. Like, I don't know, it's just, you do club promotions, get away. But I'll call you if I ever decide to go to the club. You know, I'm not a club person anyway, so it's like, a nigga that's always in the club, baby, back up. So this is a red flag for Aisha. She asked him, is he a cheater? Baby, you can't cheat if you've never been in a relationship. Cueing that guy who did the little meme. That's what it gave me. But Aisha said he flipped it back on her and wanted to get to know her on her relationship side of things. She's been in a relationship with her ex-husband for 12 years. After getting out of that, she sought therapy for her and her children. And I love the fact that she did get therapy for her children. She said that she did the groundwork. She started crying when she got emotional about her children. But, you know, she said she's ready. But the same way she was vulnerable with him, she wants that reciprocated. So you got to give her the same thing. She said, you know, he's cool, but, you know, some of his answers did rub her the wrong way. I said, one thing about Aisha, she's going to be rubbed the wrong way. But I do like her. So, yeah, I don't really see it for them. Zadia, Tasia, Shiloh, Dante, and Naeem, they all go on a date. And then it was, I think, who threw this together? I don't know. But they start having a conversation. We learned that Tasia loves smart men because they can get done. You know, there ain't nothing wrong with a smart man, baby. Listen, I'm entertaining somebody right now that is smart. I love it. I love a man that loves to read, that loves to get to know, learn things and shit like that. Definitely that. Now, Shiloh, she said that her love language is physical touch. You know, she is an intimacy coach, so she started to lay down the intimacy laws, okay? She said she is very sensual, right? So she likes to order things off of the menu and blindfold you, and you describe what you're eating. Like, you know, it's not just about sex. You know, you can be turned on by other things. So, you know, Dante is liking this. Naeem is liking this. And listen, she is captivating the audience. Zadia, she said, what's the freakiest sex location? Naeem said the shower. That's his sexiest, freakiest place, okay? I'm not going to judge him because some people like the bed. And that's funny because me and my friends was talking about this the other day. And one of my best friends was like, ain't nothing like a bed to me. I said, okay, girl, I can relate to that now. My mama watched this. Let me stop. So, Zadia said the baseball field, the pitcher's mound. I said front and center, okay? Baby was trying to give y'all a show. I said, okay, freak nasty. Tasia said that she didn't want to share, and that's okay. I understand. Some people don't like that. But Zadia is still feeling both of the bald-headed, bearded men. You know, Tasia, she said she loves a man with facial hair as well. She likes coarse hair and all of that. Anyway, we get down to the ladies' lounge, right? And we discuss who the women are interested in. Camille, Tasia, and Carrie, they're both interested in Cornelius, and Camille labeled him Black Ken. Okay. Carrie said that she really does like Cornelius as well because they had a long conversation. They talked on the phone for 3 hours. I said, oh, is your Black Ken having this conversation with you, Camille? Do you approve of this? Is he giving you the same energy, sis? I said, ooh, because you know she was giving the girls looks when they started naming her man. I said, oh, I'm scared for y'all. Sabrina, she likes Tyrone and she likes Walter. Zadia, you know, she likes Tyrone as well. She's talked about the date and how he's a great conversationalist, and she likes Naeem. Carrie said that she really did like Tyrone too. You know, apparently they really hit it off at the mixer on the first episode. But he called her up and was like, I'm sorry, Miss Ma'am, but it's a no for me. I really do like you. However, we can't move further. And it was kind of surprising. Not kind of surprising. It was surprising for her. So he then called Shiloh, and Shiloh was like, I want to give y'all a little insight because he did call me after that, and he felt really bad. He felt like he only has the mental capacity to entertain 3 women. So, Carrie, Miss Ma'am, you were on the chopping block, and you had to be cut. Okay? Sorry, Miss Ma'am, you've been chopped. I definitely agree with Carrie. He should have communicated that with her. Maybe his anxiety was up or something like that, because, you know, he does have anxiety. So maybe that's what that was, where he felt like he really couldn't properly communicate that to her because it was a hard thing for him to do. I don't know. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt because, you know, I am growing a liking to Tyrone. But we see next week that she's going to have the conversation with him, and I do feel like, you know, he should have been real and upfront with her. But obviously he likes Zadia. Who else? Sabrina likes him as well, so I think Sabrina is in the runnings. And who else mentioned him? So Sabrina and Zadia, and I don't know who this third woman is, but obviously it ain't Carrie. So moving on, Shiloh likes Dante, and Mumin likes Corey because he changed your tire. Speaking of Corey, Sabrina was like, I don't like him. Okay, it's a no for me. Zadia was like, I don't like him either. Every time I have a conversation with him, my face is scrunched up, and I don't like that. So yeah, the girls are not into him. He has major red flags. As far as Carrington, they don't like his ass either. Sabrina was on the phone with him, and she was like, you do notice I'm a good 12 years older than you, and he snapped at her like, you know, if you can't handle that, then baby, that's just your problem. I said, yeah, send him home. I don't like Carrington. It's just something about him. He has like an arrogance about him, and he always talks as if, we'll get to that. They're in the bottom two. Okay, Corey and Carrington. Tasia talks to Corey, and she said, wait, before that, Tasia greets him with a hug, right? Why is Corey's hands on her ass? Now, I'll give Tasia that she got a whole lot going on back there. That ass is out there. It's very 3D, okay? It's dimensional as hell. However, you watch your fucking hands, Corey. And then he was like, oh, they can go a little further, but with your permission. And I'm noticing, because he said permission a few times within this setting. You're saying permission to cover your ass, but you already done touched her inappropriately. You got behind Mumin on that log inappropriately, and you did not ask for permission. You're asking for permission too fucking late. That's what it is. And I'm surprised he didn't kiss Mumin without asking. But I'm going to give him that. He asked her if it was okay to kiss, but then he decided to hold off because it was too early. I don't like that. You saying that to cover your ass, but you're still being inappropriate. You fucker. He's so fucking creep. He's such a creepy guy. Anyway, he gets closer to her, trying to lay that game down. He tried to be like AJ. Remember AJ last year with Alexis Fly? Every time he was in the bottom, he would try to get touchy-feely and shit to try to distract her. That's what that was. He using his tactics. So all of a sudden, his love language is touch. Okay. And he was like, you wearing a dress like that, I gotta lay hands on you. You don't have to lay hands on shit. If I didn't tell you to touch me, don't fucking touch me. Anyway, he's not making a lot of connections with a lot of the girls, but they want him to stay. He would have been sent home if you ask me, but Moomin saved his ass. Camille and Carrington thinks he's the shit. He talk about, I came in there dapper and, I have dressed to the nines, dressed down to the socks. I'm like, you're not impressive with your dangly earring. Get the hell out of here. Baby, the girls are tired of his interview questions. He was like, well, that's just because a lot of them can't carry a conversation. No, you can't carry a conversation. Let's talk about you. Because you love to try to make it seem like people are hitting you with rapid fire interview questions and all of that. But what were you giving? Who was he talking to? Carrie. You was giving Carrie interview questions, sir. And you thought that you was doing something. So tell me about your hobbies. This is how he should have did it, in my opinion. This is how he should have carried the conversation with Carrie. Oh, okay. So what kind of, activities you like to do? She was like, I'm very adventurous, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, so what's the wildest adventure that you've been on? Like, you do a follow-up question like that. He started asking very surface level questions. And it was just like, ugh, like, you ain't got no personality, nigga, but you want to try to talk about somebody else. Send his ass home, because the thing was, he was like trying to flip it on Camille. Like, okay, so let's talk about you. And I'm like, have you not seen any of the Ready to Love seasons beforehand? Because you should have read the room and realized that you were in the bottom, sir. Like, this is not you trying to get to know Camille, because it's too late. It's too late, baby. The girls are sending you home. Pack your bags. You gotta go. He was very sassy, and I'm just like, ugh, bye, get lost. Anyway, my predictions, okay? Because next week is men's week, maybe. The men are going to send the girls home, okay? So my predictions for next week: who is going to go home? I feel like Camille might be in the bottom, because she is doing a lot with this whole my boyfriend thing with Cornelius. She's not making other connections, because even that date with Walter, baby, he was just there. He was just there for us to look at. That's it. And he knew that. So, yeah, she's not really trying to get to know anybody else. So I feel like she may be in the bottom. I'm trying to think of who else could potentially be in the bottom, because I do feel like the women are bringing it pretty much. My bet is on my girl Camille. And maybe Tasia again. But yeah, y'all let me know y'all predictions on what woman will be in the bottom 2 next episode. Let's get down in the comments and talk. I talked. What the hell, y'all? I'm still half asleep. But yes, let's get down in the comments and talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.